Mr. Goodwin, where are ya? Can I go in the front door? Not a real door. Why not?
Interesting.
Oh, the front door was open. Oh, and I'm not even supposed to be inside of here. Oops. Oh, shit. Out of my way.
Grog? Prove it!
Hello? Why won't it let us talk?
Eivor!
There. Jesus. Can't get
Is this where
buttons
Justice
pushed.
hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's life destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
Your English mead, Goodwin. It tastes like cat piss. In Mercia, we would drink 10 times this, and feast till our names were forgotten and our britches were lost to the forest.
Does that happen?
As often as possible.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Seax is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Seax is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theater in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witten with your report.
The Witten? What's there Witten for? Okay, let's get to his funeral.
If the bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof. A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Did you know Bishop Aelfred?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise.
Oh, poor Aelfred, scorched of face. All your woeful companions, bold, Bionid, weeping. Weeping as you are...
My brother Aelfred, eternal bliss.
Sleeping.
Oh, yeah,
My
perfect,
joy
yes.
endures for all those beloved
Such a
of
grisly
God.
fate. Did you know Aelfred?
By reputation, I did. He was no friend of Alfred's. I once heard them quarreling at a Witten.
Okay. Who's this hooded person?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him. More than a sister should.
Did you know Bishop Aelfred?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Only his face was burned. That seems like a strange accident. And this corpse's build is slight, frail.
That's not
Goodwin
him.
said Aelfred was a brute.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
Aw, I can't do
I
it.
will leave you in peace, then. Are you the bishop's family?
God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard.
Oh.
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfred?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
Leof, what happened to him?
Sleeping? Sleeping like my dog when I hugged him too hard.
Someone heard Leof.
Yes, yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
What?
Not just stolen, but burned. Threadbare clothes. Did they belong to Wemberstrand? This funeral is a shadow play. The Order killed an innocent, burned his face so no one could tell, and interred him in Aelfred's place. His sister knows more than she lets on.
What now?
A pretty show you have laid on here. But I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfred lies cold in his shroud.
Your brother is the Seax, and no more dead than I am.
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
How better to hide than behind a bishop's robes? He's no man of God. He serves the Order. And you buried him when Goodwin got too close to the truth. Or rather, you buried another in his place. The poor gravedigger's friend.
No, you cannot just...
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you any more. Guards! All right, have your way. They won't do you any good. Guards, protect me!
Together, lads!
Dang, look at that. Triple. Talk. Man, why do you have to find the perfect angle?
Why
Then
will you
speak.
not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Seax?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. and Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside, and Aelfred will lead us all, risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Gotta get Ale first. What is that noise?
Give me Aelfred's jewel, I will die.
Go, my eyes.
In the palace.
You don't give me Aelfred's jewel, I shall whittle in your dung.
Dies et noctes, in terra fora domino quia multis eos,
Oh, here we go.
Seax must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
English prose has been creeping. Not priest, clerk, or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfred is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of
So what am I supposed to do right now?
Wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next Bishop of Winchester. And so we meet to discuss all worthy candidates and choose the man who will shepherd our flock.
The king is mine!
By God, it's true. The bishop lives.
Stand down.
There we go.
Hey, what?
I didn't realize he'd be one of the guards.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came, and God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk.
A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
A key.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Sounds good.
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He wrapped himself in a death cloak to murder your king.
Shouldn't you rejoice at the death of a king? You are a heathen and a devil.
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
Okay. Now, Aelfrith is dead. We just need the oil, and that'll get us the rake. And then the rake and the vice. And we're in for the big boy. Bishop's house. Shouldn't be too far, right? I would assume it's in the city. What's that?
What do you see?
Okay, he had a pretty fancy house. Well guarded.
Survey the area, Sunan.
Oh. Gotta be that right there.
If Aelfirth's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins.
Shouldn't need to sneak down here, right? Temple of Mithras.
This must be it. The door to Aelfirth's secrets.
Catacombs.
Well now.
The mark is Aelfred, a withered sprig from his father's trunk. We should have seen it earlier. Someone is calling him a poor soldier.
I'll send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it.
Colluding with our king and feeding him names. London and Eifforwich have already fallen to this treacherous rat. Burn the king to ash before he reaches the roots. The mark and the instrument. The mark? And it was signed by the instrument. I don't know who that is. They're dead, whoever they are. Faded decree. A universal decree writ this 870th year of the Christian Jesus. Bulwark England against outside agitators. She is our last fortress upon this earth.
There's nothing here of the order. I should see Alfred for my reward.
She is our last great fortress upon this earth, with walls not only of timber and stone, but of will, that have repelled our ancient rivals for over 4 centuries. Yet now we face a new threat. Ravenous Danes who have not yet accepted our supremacy. We must fight to turn them, or eliminate them. Though embattled, our Saxon, Francian Ireland stand ready for our glorious return. Be ever resolute. For our order may diminish, our truths are eternal. Father. Well, there's actually not much here. Whoa, floating pig. I can't climb it? Okay, let's get to Alfred.